Hey everyone, Matt here. Just giving you an update. As you see, my tremor is basically non-existent. So I've been doing the sleep mode. Me and my neurologist talked, and currently I'm doing a sleep mode, which is like half the amplitude and lower frequency. Let me switch here. And lower frequency to almost half. Yeah, so lower frequency compared to my other programs. So here, let me give you the skinny. And I think in my last video, which was like a few weeks ago, I was going to attempt to start doing this because, and I realize this happens to people with DBS, it can happen to some people, not all, is I had what's called habituation or tolerance. In other words, the DBS, my brain just got used to the constant stimulation, and just the tremor started coming back. So, with my understanding and research and in talking to my neurologist, so here, I'll show you here. On my maximum performance mode, which I'll switch to now, and my speech is going to get a little messed up because I'm not quite used to this. So my right body is 12 and my left body is 11. And that's to play guitar, right? Tremors virtually non-existent. If I go to clear speech mode, there we go. That ramps up. Left body is 10.5. Right body is 11.5. So it's 0.5 amplitude or milliamps lower. So, tremor might come out a little bit. Even so, it's still pretty good, right? Still pretty good. But my speech is better. Those frequencies, again, I cannot adjust frequencies on here. Only the neurologist can. And for sleep mode, we go that. So I'm gonna get really shaky here. Maybe not really, really shaky. Look at this. Left body 5.5. Right body 6.3. So almost, well, one of them is half, the other one's almost half the amplitude as my maximum performance. Let me switch back to clear speech mode. And sleep mode is a lower frequency. Again, I cannot adjust that, only the neurologist can. So that is my finding, and my understanding is this. Okay, if you rewind months ago, I just had DBS on all the time. full throttle. My brain just got used to it, just with a constant signal. And then I started trying other things. I started sleeping with the DBS completely off, but my sleep was horrid. My tremor was great the next day, but my sleep was horrid. So then I started taking a small dose of gabapentin at night, but after a while, so my sleep got better, but my tremor eventually came back after like 5 weeks. So I was back in the same boat. So what I did over the past couple weeks is I slept with a lower frequency and a lower amplitude, like I was saying, and tremor started. It's still, every day it improves little by little. So right now I'm feeling more in the optimal range of things. Here's my thoughts. This is what I'm thinking is, here is the tremor. And when you turn the DBS on full throttle, it's like a spring. And it's just like that, right? And it wants to open. This is not a tremor, this is me going like that. It wants to open full throttle, right? But this DBS is constricting that spring. And then what I did at night, turning the DBS completely off, is I let that spring just go all the way, all night. And then I tried to turn the DBS on, and I can't get that. After a while, I couldn't get that spring to go completely down all the way. You got me? So I had to start taking gabapentin to kind of get that spring down. But the gabapentin, it covers multiple areas in the brain where the DBS is pinpointing one area. So that's probably why that didn't work. So now the fact that okay, here's during the day. Now I have sleep mode. So during sleep mode, the spring doesn't fully just go erratic. The spring brings it up a little bit. Still enough for when I turn it on in the morning, I get the spring back down and the tremor is subdued. So there's kind of like this, like nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime. Whereas before I had like nighttime, no spring, or the spring just flying all over the place, and then daytime I was trying to like, it was like too tough to constrict. And again, I mean, this is totally working for me. I'm no longer on the gabapentin. It was like a 100 milligram dose at night. I ended that like 2 weeks ago. Everything has been improving. I've even been able to lower my maximum performance mode there. Like I said, it was like at 11 and 12, what you're seeing. I had it at like 11.7 and 13, and and I'm noticing this now. You get past a sleep or a sweet spot where if you have too much stimulation, it messes with the physiology, and you're almost getting a tremor there. And I remember one of my subscribers, David, I know you're out there probably watching this, and he had mentioned that like if his stimulation is too high, then he gets a tremor. So there's definitely the sweet spot. So I've been able to lower the amplitude of the high performance mode, like you saw, to 11 and 12. Maybe down the road I'm lowering that even more. And then in doing so, I'm lowering the sleep mode too incrementally. I'm trying to stay in that 50% mode. So, to sum it up, hopefully this helps you out there with DBS. Maybe after months or a year, stuff started getting weird. Tremors started coming back. And this can happen. I mean, and if you start adjusting the amplitude on your own, which is fine because no one knows. Your neurologist, honestly, everyone's unique. If you're adjusting this on your own, you have to you have to be patient. Like, this is like 2 weeks in the making, and some of it was trial and error, and it's not gonna switch overnight. But if you start seeing a trend towards, holy cow, things are getting better, then stick with it. And this is what I found to work really, really well for me. And hopefully you out there in the audience who is subscribed can understand that there's always options. Talk to your neurologist. If you're interested in this sleep mode, then say, hey, give me another program. Maybe lower the frequency, cut the amplitude in half for at night. You're going to be shaky at night, right? If you get up to go to the bathroom, or you get up to, to get a phone call or something, you're going to be shaky. But, I mean, for me, it's like I'm sleeping. I'm half conscious. No big deal, If you're a guy, just sit down when you pee. If you're worried about making a mess, just sit down and pee. And if you don't feel like, turning off sleep mode. That's the other thing. Like, try to keep sleep mode on the whole night. I noticed too, if I take a nap during the day, I'll turn on sleep mode. Because I think I fell asleep with a nap and I left high performance mode on, and I woke up and I was a little off, a little shaky. But I will continue to make more of these types of videos with this new discovery I've had. But I hope to give you some more input in the coming months. I have a neurology visit soon, so hopefully I will be more than optimal, so I can show off my findings to Dr. Wojciak. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.